to Buffalo Wild Wings once a week, and we're like, it'd be a lot better if we could just do this, because we save a lot of money. Because for Buffalo Wild Wings, for every dollar you spend, you get point 0.6 wings, and so
Oh,
to go
wow.
from that to 3 wings per dollar, you get a lot more.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's what we did tonight. It was good. What have you been up to?
Today, I woke up early so I can go on a run with a friend. Well, I set like 3 alarms. I woke up for all 3 of them, and then I went back to sleep. So,
Ooh.
I mean, I told them that I would try my best to make it, but yeah, I didn't make it.
Yeah.
But then around noon, one of them called asking if we wanted to hang out, and so I ended up hanging out at his place, and he brought his Oculus Quest or whatever, and so I got to try Beat Saber for the first time.
Oh, sweet. You've never played Beat Saber?
I've seen so many videos, but I've never actually got to play it.
Oh, it's so much better when you actually play it.
Oh, yeah. But he doesn't have, like, the custom songs or anything. He has, like, packs.
Yep.
So,
That's how it is with PlayStation.
I said, does it cost extra to get the packs? Or to get the custom songs, or?
You can't do custom songs. At least on PlayStation you can't.
That's
On
insane.
PC, or I don't know what, maybe Oculus. I don't know. There's a certain headset. It's probably the Vive that you can do custom songs. But I've always wanted that because it just makes it a lot better. But they have packs, is what they have on the PlayStation that you can purchase. Like
Yeah.
Imagine Dragons and stuff like that.
Yeah, he bought the Imagine Dragons pack.
Did he?
Yeah.
I thought about it.
It's okay.
Yeah. But the game itself is pretty fun. I really enjoy it.
So it
I
definitely
don't
is
play
fun.
it too often. Yeah, it really is. It's a good like party game.
It's weird. What I noticed with like the Oculus Quest or whatever, it's like it has the ability to censor the borders around you. So it's like, don't go outside this border, otherwise you might hit something. Well, if you stick your head
Yeah.
outside that border, the screen becomes fuzzy, or whatever. You can actually see what's around you in black and white.
Really?
Yeah. And so it was like, my friend was sitting right in front of me as I was trying to do this, and so I peeked over the border and I see him just playing Fortnite as I'm doing the Oculus. I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
That's funny. But yeah, other than that, it's been a pretty chill day. Caleb left around like 8:30 to go to Palmyra for their fireworks tonight, and I was gonna go, but only if Jess went, and she didn't want to go. I was like, I'm
Right.
really tired, and I got a Minecraft village to tend to.
Yeah.
And so I stayed.
Yeah. I thought about not streaming on Twitch anymore and just stream on YouTube, just for the fact that even though I think Twitch is the better the better software or whatever for platform,
Yeah.
there we go, for streaming, it's like YouTube. It's just a better platform all in all, in my opinion. So it's just like I thought about just never streaming on Twitch and just only, yeah.
Yeah. Do you normally stream on Twitch?
Most of the time, the only time, literally within the past like 2 months, I streamed. Even though it's like I've only done Twitch, and then whenever I was doing Alien, I did it on YouTube just that way you could view it easier.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know.
Gotcha.
There's literally no difference on streaming for like
Yeah, on your end.
yeah, on my end. It's literally just the platform itself. So
Yeah.
it wouldn't be a hard switch. It's just me going to a different platform. I don't know. But yeah, besides that, went up to friends, went up to my grandmother's, talked to my grandmother for a while, talked about houses and stuff like that. Just for the fact that I was telling my grandmother how my friends just one day just wanted to randomly go look for houses. And my grandmother's like, you better be careful with who you're staying with, because you might start hating each other once you do it.
That is very true.
Yeah, so it's like, I think I got a good like three. There's gonna be 3 of us, so I think I got 2 good friends that I can do it with, that I get along with pretty easily. But I guess I won't really know until it happens. So yeah, I got Anson, I got my friend Caleb Griffin at our school doing it.
Caleb Griffin.
His name's spelled with a C, or sorry, with a K.
Caleb with a K, even better.
Yeah, yep, even better. But yeah, besides that, I haven't done anything today. Ordered pizza, took it up to my grandmother's. devoured it there.
Nice. What kind of pizza did you get?
Excuse me. Taco. You got the taco
Taco? Where do you get taco pizza from?
Casey's.
Oh, Casey's. Casey's has some good pizza.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, taco pizza has like Doritos and stuff on it.
Ooh, that sounds really good right now.
Sometimes my keyboard glitches out and like switches to different keybinds and stuff. I'm starting to think I have like a sticky key or something.
I hate and the new thing they changed. I mean, it's not new. Minecraft's been changed for a while, but whenever they changed the way compasses worked, like compasses used to work to where they would point towards your spawn point,
World spawn. Yep.
and now they point towards world spawn instead of like bed spawn.
I never knew that was a thing. I always just thought I pointed to world spawn.
No, it used to point to bed spawn. So they were really useful to use because all you had to do was carry them with you, and if you ever went mining or anything, it would lead you straight back to your house.
Right. I'm not
But
sure
now
if
they
that's...
don't.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if that's just Bedrock or if it's just a new update. Because in the new update, they have something called a lodestone, and so if you right-click it with a compass, your compass will point towards the lodestone, and so it acts as a waypoint system.
Really, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. But the problem is, you need a chiseled stone, and then you also need netherite, so...
Oh, dang. I have yet to find netherite. That'll be a while.
I mean, I could go get netherite right now. I have the entire capability to do it right now. It's the fact of the matter is, I don't need it right now.
Yeah.
So it's just like, why do I want to risk my time against the monsters of the nether to go get something I don't need?
Yeah, it's just not worth it.
It did it again. Why are you switching to a random keybind?
Are you playing Minecraft right now?
I am.
Nice.
Sad.
I hate like when I first start out and I get like quite a bit of resources and I have to figure out if I want to build a like decent sized house and just have it be a big project where I'm just working on it, or if I want to build just a small starter house. And the thing I hate about a starter house is you have to like relocate and move everything if you like move areas.
Yeah.
And I'm always like a really plain guy. Like I always build in just like the plains, the meadows, little areas.
Yeah.
So part of me wants to branch out and like do something either like in a desert, which I don't know why to do it in a desert, that would be dumb, but maybe like a mountain area.
Right.
Instead of just the same boring thing over and over.
Right. Well, do you watch much like Hermitcraft or anything like that?
I used to, but after I got to like, he just kept doing seasons upon seasons. It's just hard to keep up with, but he's really fun to watch.
Hermitcraft is just a bunch of different people, but
Oh, is it?
yeah, Hermitcraft is literally a community of people that play on one server.
Gotcha.
So, and then they change it, and whenever they make a new world, they end the season, make a new one. So, like, currently they're on season 7.
Yeah. I think I've seen a little bit of like season 4. I'm not sure which season it was. One of the seasons I watched a lot of.
Yeah, so the shirt that I bought that said Mumbo for Mayor, that was a campaign for mayor of the shopping district that they have on the server, and one of them is named Mumbo, and so it was like Mumbo for Mayor t-shirt.
Mumbo is a pretty good creator. I like his videos.
I think the way that he does it is just so different and unique. I like it, but
Yeah, I do too. And he's just got a good personality. He's fun to watch.
Right. See, so like I watch like 4 Hermitcraft people. Currently, I watch BOO, Grian, Mumbo Jumbo, and Iskal. And they all have their own unique way of playing the game. So like Grian, he goes from a starter base, and then he builds a mega base. Versus Iskal, who makes a beginner base, a mega base, but then he has an IBBB.
What in the world is that?
In between base.
In between base.
And then this season, Mumbo did the same thing, but it's like in the previous seasons, he did a starter base, which was like a hole in the ground with a bunch of redstone stuff, and then he built above it his mega base. So it's like he never had to move everything too far, but it's like like, but what I used to do is kind of what you're doing. Is like I build my starter base and then I just make a giant village. That's basically what I used to do.
That's usually what I do. Is I build a starter base, and then I go out, collect a bunch of materials, all the stuff I need, and then I kind of tear down my starter house and build a huge house around it.
Mm.
Or depending how small my starter house is, I just make it into like a village-looking house. I've done a lot of different things. I just hate relocating everything.
Yeah, relocating's the worst part.
It really is.
But
if you have shulker boxes, it's easy, but then you have to get all the way to the end.
Right.
And
Which
it's
weird because it's like most people will get everything built up and then they'll go to the end and then they'll build their mega base at the very end, which I find very weird.
Well, I mean, it's not too hard to beat the end. I mean, all you need is just some good armor.
Just
and a bow.
Iron armor with some enchantments on it, bow with infinity on it, a decent sword.
Yeah. Something like power 3 probably on the bow. Infinity will do the trick. I mean, that'll just make it last forever, but... Is it 1 or 2 diamonds to make an enchantment table?
2.
Perfect.
I'm trying to remember exactly. It's 4 obsidian, 2 diamonds, and an enchanting book.
Oh, crappy. I need obsidian.
So currently I'm streaming Minecraft right now. I was just going to play, and then I saw that you were online. I was like, hey, maybe I can get Ryan in the chat.
I'm always on. At least in the afternoon, usually.
Yeah. So I figure I'll be on for maybe an hour or so, and then probably go to bed. I got work early.
Yeah, what time do you work?
5:30 in the morning.
Holy cow, what are you doing at 5:30 in the morning? Opening?
Well, yeah, our biscuit maker's on vacation, so they're having me make biscuits.
The biscuit maker, that's awesome.
It's weird, because it's like, they know, like, since now I'm a trainer, it's like, I can do everything except for paperwork, and so it's just like...
Yep, they put you to work.
They put me everywhere. But yeah, I mean, you could, if you wanted to, I'm streaming on YouTube currently. It's like you can look at my world real quick and you can see what I've done. But it's like, it's nothing really special. Nothing really special.
Well, mine's terrible. I don't even, like, I'm over here with 3 stacks of iron, and I don't even have a finished roof on my house.
Yeah, so the first 10 days of Minecraft, I spend most of it in the mines, just getting 3 or 4 stacks of iron, and then I go to the surface and build a house. So.
Yep. I really hope when I dig up here that I can find my house.
Yeah. So, currently what you're seeing right now on the screen is my actual starter island. I call it Loser Island.
Did you spawn? How did you find that?
So, ironically, I spawned about 500 blocks that way, and because I like building my bases towards guardian temples, that way I can make a guardian farm, I looked for one, and I found one over there. And so
Nice.
So I just kind of had the idea of building everything on islands, and so since this one was the one with the biggest hill, and I wanted to have an overhang, I decided to build up the overhang, so most of that end bit back here is handmade. And so...
Wow.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, that looks almost too nice.
Yeah, it's
like, how did you find that?
Yeah, it's handmade. And then down here, I wanted to make a pirate cove, kind of, so I put a bunch of my valuables in the blocks down here.
That's really cool. That's smart.
And then I've been currently working on an enchanting table and stuff. Oh, Fortune 3 for a shovel. Ah.
Fortune 3 on a shovel.
It's useful.
I mean, it can be.
Only if you want infinite, I mean, not gravel, sorry, infinite flint, I guess, would be useful.
Yeah.
But...
Which, you only want infinite flint if you don't have an infinite bow.
Right. And, well, since now that gravel is basically a infinite resource because of piglins, it just doesn't matter.
Because of the pigmen?
Piglins.
What's a piglin?
So they got rid of the zombie pigmen, and so they renamed them to piglins.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yep. And so now if you throw a piece of gold at their feet, they'll pick it up and then they'll throw something random at you. And one of their trades is gravel. So
Huh. Gold for gravel. Is it a gold nugget or is it a gold bar?
You have to trade them a gold bar. But then, like,
Huh.
you can randomly get, like, a netherite hoe is the rarest thing they can give you. But you can also get potions of fire resistance and crying obsidian and stuff like that.
I like that because it finally gives gold, like, something of value. Because gold's never really valuable. Like, it's just not used very often.
Power rails is the only thing I can think of that was actually of use.
Yep, redstone stuff.
But besides that, what I'm currently looking at right there is the prison I've been building. So
The person.
the entire island that you see was all handmade. I had to extend the island so much.
Holy cow. It's a lot of dirt.
You're telling me. I had like an entire row's worth on a double chest of dirt just in stacks or whatever. I was like, yeah, this should be enough to give me most of the island done. No, it got me the border of it, and then I had to go, I don't know, I don't even remember which direction at the moment. I had to go somewhere and just start digging dirt. I think by the end of it, I wasted like 10 iron shovels.
Oh my goodness.
Man, because I don't have a good farm or anything yet for experience, it's like I don't really have... Some of my tools I'm mending on it, but it's like I don't have enough to really say... Yeah.
Yeah.
But I found out that hoes are actually now very useful.
Really? How so?
You can actually put enchantments on it and stuff now, and so you can actually chop down leaves and hay bales and all this other stuff ridiculously fast.
Interesting.
I don't know exactly how useful it is. I basically, if you're playing a UHC in Minecraft, it's almost a necessity at this point.
Yeah.
I can just hear my voice in the background. It's hilarious.
I was wondering if you could hear it or not. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit.
Only if I'm
Because
talking
I can't hear it
loud.
because I got my earbuds in.
Right, it's only if I'm talking loud. Do I hear it? But I don't know, Minecraft just makes me so excited. Versus Fortnite, where I could play Fortnite for an hour before I get so mad at it. Minecraft, I just play casual.
That's why I like it, because it's just something you can play without getting upset.
Yeah.
It's just a chill game.
Yeah. I didn't get to show you, but I have a picture drawn in my car. I didn't bring it inside, sadly. But there's another portal right next to my loser island.
Yeah.
Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to make it into a perfect circle, and I'm going to have it sectioned up as like a pie or something like that. I'm going to split it up into different sections, and each section is going to be a different section of the nether. And right in the middle is going to be the nether portal.
How do you harvest wheat? Is there any best way to do that? Before you could just break it, but I feel like it's only giving me one seed back. Maybe I'm not waiting long enough.
Yeah, you're not waiting long enough. It's hard to tell the different like stages of wheat or whatever, but if you're only getting one seed back and no hay, you're not.
Well, I mean, like I'm getting one wheat, but only one seed.
Oh, well, there's really.
So I wonder if it's like best used with shears.
Nope. You can just punch it, and you're supposed to get decent amount back. If you're not getting a decent amount back, then you're just getting really bad luck.
Gotcha. Good to know.
So, the main mechanics that you used in the game are still the same. It's just that they've just added a bunch of new blocks.
Gotcha.
It's really hard because it was like I kind of wanted to make a rush for the end, just so that way I can make, or so I can get the elytra. It makes traveling around my world so much easier. But because I wanted to wait to go to the end, or the end nether in 1.16, so that way I didn't have to reset the nether. I don't know where and thinking nether fortress is or whatever, and they're supposed to be like 3 times harder to find in the new update, and it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I can't go to the end without blaze rods, because blazes give me blaze powder plus
Gets
ender
you out of
pearl.
ender.
Yep. The last time I went Yep. And last time I went to the nether, it was not a fun experience.
It never is too much fun.
Like, normally, I'm not joking, I spawn in the Delta, Bastion Delta, or no, it's, what is it called? basalt deltas or something like that. And there, they have an
Yeah.
increased rate of magma cubes. And so I died to like 15 magma cubes. It wasn't enough to make me quit Minecraft, but it made me mad enough to take an hour break.
Well, I bet.
I had a totem of undying on me, and I fell in lava. And when you die with a totem undying, it gives you fire resistance for like 10 seconds or whatever. And so I'm in the middle of the
Yeah.
lava lake with fire resistance. I'm like, I'm screwed.
Yeah, especially in the end, or not the end, the Nether.
Yeah, Minecraft's definitely a very interesting game.
Yeah, there's nothing worse though than like having all your main stuff on you and then you die in a pool of lava. Like I don't like, just Fortnite doesn't compare to that. Like
Right.
that's makes me so frustrated.
Right. So I was also doing a raid, and in that raid, you can get enchanting books, and I got very lucky because you're not supposed to have this happen, but for some reason it happened. One of the enchanting books that I got from one of the pillagers was a Soul Speed 3 book, which makes you run faster on soul sand.
Huh? I did not know that was a thing.
Yep, it's a new thing in the update, and so now I have Feather Falling 4, Soul Speed 3, Enchanted Diamond Boots.
Feather Falling, that's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Do the villagers still work the same way, as far as like they have like their own professions and then you can trade with them?
Yep, except now in Bedrock Edition, you can actually now technically make trades cheaper.
Gotcha. How do you do that?
So in Java Edition, when 1.14 was first introduced, what you could do was turn them into zombies and then cure them and their trades get cheaper. In Bedrock, you couldn't do that, but now you can in 1.16.
Gotcha.
So I have 2 villagers over there that I'm considering about doing it, but there's one problem.
What?
I don't have a brewing stand because I can't
I was
find.
gonna say I came across the zombie villager not too long ago and I was like, oh man, I really want to trap it, but I was like, there's no point because I'm not gonna have a brewing stand for a while.
I mean, if you get really lucky, you can go to a village and find a brewing stand, but there's like 4 villages around me, and I can't find one brewing stand. So, I don't know. I don't know. I really need to start working on redstone because one of my villagers trades paper for emeralds. So I need to really get on that paper grind, get a sugarcane automatic farm going.
Yeah. I had one in my last world. I have some sugarcane going right now, but it's growing so slow.
Yeah, so I had my cousin on my world a little bit, and then he kind of this section over here on my island, if you're still looking at the stream, it's just like it wasn't like this at one point. It was actually evenly, within the island, trying to make it look as islandy as possible. But then he just squared this off, and it kind of ticks me off a little bit. But it's efficient, so I don't mess with it until I need to.
I saw this really cool idea for a like experience farm, and what this guy did was he took an automatic cactus farm that was like super quick, and he had the automatic cactus farm feed through to an automatic like smelting station type thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it like went auto through, and he like had like just thousands of coal hooked up, and he had like it feeding through about 25 furnaces, and it would just go. And what he found is that, like, when you smelt stuff and you get experience,
Yep.
that experience will build up forever. Like it never stops building up until you finally take the item out of the chest. And so theoretically, you can just get like unlimited.
Yep, I've seen a lot of those designs, and the most efficient one was if you got 0-tick bamboo farm plus 0-tick cactus farm, and you connected it to a row of furnaces.
Huh.
But the problem is with 1.16, they got rid of the ability to zero tick. So,
Did they?
well, I say they got rid of it, but I still see designs made 3 days ago, a week ago, 1.16 zero tick farms. I'm like, what?
Well, I don't know if it's related or not, but I did see like in the cheats menu that you can change the tick speed. I wonder if you can change it to 0.
So the tick speed changes how fast things spawn and how fast things move. So if you go to the Nether right now and you change the tick speed from 1 to 9, things spawn
Yeah.
faster.
Gotcha. So tick speed is good for like mob farms then.
Yes. But then you also have like zero tick, in which it's just how fast I can do it. If it's zero tick, then technically it's infinite, and so it's just like it's just for fastly moving. And so the best thing about sugarcane farms is that when that happens, you just get so much sugarcane, you have infinite sugar and an infinite paper, and so yeah.
Yep.
I've just been talking to you this entire time. I've just been running around my freaking tent and just wasting my food.
I know. I gotta get up to the top soon because I just got one piece of chicken left.
Yeah, since I live in islands, my main source is fish.
Oh, smart. I remember my last big world that I did, I had a really good automatic fishing farm that got me some good stuff.
Yep, can't do that anymore.
Really?
Yep. Well, I say
Dang.
you can't get rid of it anymore, but theoretically, I think you can. I have to test it on Creative World, and I'll share the design if I can. But basically, you can no longer pick up a bucket of water and place it somewhere else and then fish it out of it. It just doesn't work anymore. They got rid of the ability to do that. But you can still fish in open ocean. And so what I'm thinking is that if you can somehow like get sponges and sponge around it and like keep yourself like a little box or whatever, you have that one block you didn't pick it up by the ocean. And so I'm thinking,
I wonder if you can just build around it.
or that, yeah. So I tried doing a little bit of a test on the survival world without doing creative, but I'm missing a component into it for some reason, so I need to test it out in the creative world to figure out what I'm missing. Oh, I remember what I was doing now. I was trying to get sugarcane to make paper. Infinite paper. There we go. Yeah, campfires, since you can now cook things on campfires. I don't use any coal or anything to cook food. I just use campfires.
That's smart.
So basically, I currently have no coal on my island at all for some reason, but I cook food infinitely. So I really need to get Riptide as an enchantment on a Trident. Loyalty's good, but if you you can't get two of them on the same Trident. So my dad asked me how come I use a Trident instead of a sword, because Tridents do more damage than a sword technically. If it's just if it's the base sword versus the base Trident, the Trident does more damage. If you have sharpness on a sword, then the sword does more damage. But also, Tridents, you have Riptide, which also does extra damage, and then plus you have Loyalty, which you can throw an item and then it'll come back to you. So it's just like, I just figured it was worth it better to get a Trident than a sword, personally. Now, where's my... There you are. Give me emeralds. I need to get 38, and I'm at 26 emeralds. I need it for a mending book. So. I also need to start looking at making a design for the Guardian farm. See, that's the one thing I've been working on, is like instead of relying off other people for like farms and stuff like that, I've been trying to learn how to do stuff on my own, just that way I don't have to take the time and look at other people.
Smart.
It's just like, My biggest, the biggest hurdle I have to leap is the redstone.
Yep, redstone is tough.
But then I was watching a streamer. He gets like an average of like 3 viewers or something like that. But it's like he does Minecraft redstone, and Minecraft redstone on Bedrock is harder than Java because there's a way more flaws.
Is
Believe it
it?
or yeah, believe it or not, it's ridiculous. And so he's over here and he's like, oh yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how to manipulate redstone to make a tree farm because apparently currently that's not possible.
Huh.
So it's like, this man's insane.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm over here trying to make things look good.
Exactly. I've never been good at making things look good, but I've been pretty good at like building things out of redstone.
Mm. Yeah, for me it was, whenever I was younger I tried to make things look good and I just couldn't do it, but now that I'm older I understand block palettes and everything else, and so it's kind of easier, but
Yeah.
I also need to get these turtle eggs hatched. There's just so many things to do.
I know. It's like a never-ending list.
Yeah. Uh, there's a streamer, his name's Impulse. He actually has something called a Finnegan's board or something like that. It has like a huge list of things to accomplish before the end of something. So for him, it's the end of the season of Hermitcraft. And so he has like a 4x9 list of all these different kinds of farms that you can build in the game, useless or not.
Dang.
And so that he's like, by the end of the season, I'm getting them all done. And he has like 10 of them done. Can I get Riptide on this trident? Because if I can, it'll be a lifesaver. Oh, creeper. Oh, man. My bow is basically maxed out at this point because of fishing, so. Fishing overpowered. Loyalty, unbreaking, unbreaking. Crap, garbage. Reboot me, kid, I'm better.
Reboot me.
But yeah, I even, so, like I was saying, I was trying to learn how to do things, without looking them up. Well, I remember, a long time ago, whenever I was first watching Hermitcraft, somebody showed a design for a, breeding system for villagers, and
Yeah.
it's weird. You can manipulate it a certain way in Bedrock Edition, and then you can manipulate it differently in Java Edition. Well, in Bedrock Edition, when you breed them, you have to make sure they have enough beds. In Java Edition, you can manipulate it to where you only have 4 beds or whatever, but if they can't reach the bed, then they get disconnected, so they can breed infinitely within a certain area. Well, in Bedrock, you have to make sure that they have a bed at all times, and so what I did was I found out that they can only stay connected to a bed for 100 blocks. And so I've made basically the same design, but I have the end of it leading to a tube into a boat, and I take that boat like 100 blocks away, and I trade it, and I get make it have a profession.
Huh.
And so,
Interesting.
I think I remember where it's at, because I had to go find a village that actually still had villagers in it. The village closest to me, I stayed in there for too long, and it's in a desert, so Husk kind of killed all the villagers.
Oh, yeah.
So I was a little upsetty spaghetti, and so I was like, now I have to go find another one. This is why you protect the villagers.
Also, do infinite water sources not work anymore? Like the 2x2?
They do. You have to place them in the opposite corners.
That's what I did, but then I grabbed one with a bucket and it made it not infinite anymore.
Did you pick it up from the same corner?
I don't know. Let me try placing it back in.
I mean, technically it's not supposed to matter, but that's the only way I can think that's broken. If not, you can always make it a 3x3 and pick it up in the middle, and it should still work.
Oh, it's working now.
Okay. Sometimes if you just pick up water too fast, it just doesn't work. So.
I think it was that I made it like a 2x2x2. But I don't know if that would make a difference or not.
I don't think it should, but it could have. It's raining. I don't like that it's raining. People keep on asking, what should Minecraft's next update be? People keep on saying, cave update, inventory update. I would just like a weather update.
Do you not like the weather?
I hate the weather. It doesn't.
Why?
It doesn't feel like real rain. It doesn't feel like real snow. It just when it rains, it's so inconvenient. It doesn't even give you a warning that it's gonna rain. It just rains, and whenever it's snowing, it's so inconvenient because then you have to go through your entire property that has the snow, and you have to get rid of all the snow.
True.
For Grian on his mansion, he built it way too high up in the air, and so his top part of his house kept on being covered up in snow, and so he had to place string everywhere on the top part of his house because it's practically invisible. It's practically invisible, but it's it's still there.
You need to place it and collect it.
Yep. Anyway, I am at the farm now. If you want to take a look at.
All right, let me get back on. I got off because my phone's at like 18%, so I figured it would die.
Right. So it looks like garbage. It looks like garbage, only because I didn't have a lot of resources. But it is what it is.
Let me eat something. I don't know if I have any food. I might die. I got rotten flesh.
Whenever I was playing Minecraft with Kira, because she's like me, she likes Minecraft, but she was like, "Why are you just eating rotten flesh?" At the time, it was the most abundant food I had.
Alright, I'm on.
Alright. Yep, so this is the basic idea. So this guy is the farmer. He has his little farming area. He comes over to here. He comes over to here to these cobblestone slabs, and that area should be big enough to where these guys can walk up to him, and then they can do a trade. But since he can't interact with them correctly, you need a second villager in here so that way these two can breed. This fence post is just barely small enough for a baby villager to fall through, but since the adult villagers are too big, they can't. And so when the baby villager falls through, the baby villager would then go through a dirt tunnel that I built into this little water stream over here, into a boat. I take that boat down the river, and I take it 100 blocks away, and I reset his trades whenever he grows up.
Interesting. So can you do what you did in the past, like where you place down, like let's say, like let's just say something to do with your professions. I don't know what they're called.
Just like give me an example.
Just anything, just a table, any table that you can place. That, like the one if you want an enchanter villager.
The librarian.
Librarian, yeah. You have to lay down a little thing, and he'll become a librarian. Can you still do the thing where you place down the thing if they haven't had a profession yet? Like you place it down and they become a librarian, and if you don't like the trades, you can destroy it and then
you're talking about manipulating trades to get what you want. Yes, you can still do that.
Okay, sweet.
But as soon as you trade with them, you can't do it anymore. So.
Yes, once you've traded with them, it's locked in.
Yep.
I know it's technically cheating, but this whole tick speed is very nice.
Especially if you have a mob grinder or something.
Oh yeah, I can only imagine.
That's it. Michael.
I'm just using it for my wheat farm.
So when Michael and I, when we were younger, when we were first playing Minecraft, Michael, he always liked trying to get efficiency and everything. Whenever I just wanted to make things look good, and so Michael was over here. He built a mob grinder and everything else. I'm over here attempting to build a house. I'm saying attempting because back then it was just you build up a wooden structure and you called that a house. So
yeah,
especially when you were like 6. So
I just set the tick speed to 100.
oh.
Just so I can get a bunch of wheat, so I can make bread, so I don't have to worry about eating for a little bit. And I'm gonna turn it back.
I didn't think about manipulating crops. That's hilarious.
We usually don't have to because the average person can afford to feed themselves.
Mm-hmm. I'm tempted to show you the area in which I dug out for dirt.
Do you have like a quarry?
I'm tempted to turn it into one.
You should just mine like an entire chunk out.
Because it's like I dug underneath the tree where there was a beehive, and since I don't have Fortune currently yet, or Silk Touch currently,
Yeah.
well now I do technically, so I could do it. But, where was that at? I think it was this way. Normally I just go from the base over there, I don't go from the breeding area over there. But yeah, I thought I had like a wickedly good spawn because I spawned right next to a zombie village, and then I spawned next to an actual village, and then like 500 blocks in one direction I found the Guardian Temple, and then I
Holy
just found
cow.
out the other day that the base of operations where I'm currently at, about 150 blocks in one direction, there's a giant mushroom biome.
Are those good?
Mushroom biomes cannot spawn mobs. That is the one biome that will not spawn mobs.
Really? I did not know that.
The only mob that I know of that spawns are the mushroom cows.
Huh.
And so, for any beginner trying to stay away from mobs, there's the spot to go.
Yeah, for real.
So, like, for Hermitcraft, what they did was that they put their shopping district in the mushroom biome, so that way they didn't have to deal with mobs.
Smart. Here I am sitting with 4 stacks of iron, and I can't afford to feed myself.
You got greedy.
I know.
Anyway, so if you're looking on the stream now,
Yep.
yep, this is it.
Holy cow.
Yeah. And there's the beehive I was talking about.
There's so much mining.
10 shovels. 10! You know, I'm already here. The bees are in their beehive. I might as well just go ahead and pick up this beehive. There we go.
What do beehives do?
Beehives have bees. Bees give you honey.
Honey make honey blocks?
Honey to make honey blocks, or you can make honey pot. If you get a glass bottle, you can actually make honey in a pot. Honey in the ball, honey in the pot, whatever. And so you can actually make food from honey. And so if you make a honey farm, infinite honey.
Nice. See, I feel dumb because I used to play Minecraft so often. I knew everything about it, and now I feel like I just don't know anything.
Yeah, the one update I'm not really too familiar with, besides 116, is the 112 update. I don't really think anything really happened in that update. Unless it was like the Nether, or the End update or something like that, where they actually put End cities or something. But I know 113 was the aquatic, and that's whenever they made the swimming mechanics and everything else. 14, I don't remember what they called that update. I think it was the village and pillage update. Or was that 15? Either way. And then the next update, they added the bees, and then they added... I think the major thing they added in that update was bees, to be honest. And then the 116 is the Nether, so... There we go. It's no longer raining. Thank goodness. But now I have a beehive and I have no clue what to do with it, so... I'm too afraid to make anything redstone with a beehive because I don't know the spawning mechanics of a bee. Do they spawn only below it, in front of it, or whatever air block's available? Because if it's only whatever air block's available, then if I put a redstone component behind a beehive, then technically... what it could do is spawn into the redstone versus into the flower.
Oh, true.
Also, what you could do is, in order to spawn beehives, you put like a rose or something like that right next to a tree sapling, and you just try to grow the tree, and you have a chance, like I think a 15% chance of a beehive.
Huh.
So it's like you don't have to go out and find it if you don't want to,
Yeah.
but it's really hard to get them. All right. All right. All right. I need to actually accomplish something. So what I'm going to do is going to Redstone World and try to figure out how to make a AFK sugar cane farm.
AFK. So did you do that on your own, or do you look up like tutorials?
The most I do, and when I look up tutorials, is like how to do a certain action with redstone. Otherwise, I try to make the farm myself. But if I just
Gotcha.
get absolutely stuck and I'm just frustrated or something, I'll Google it.
Yeah.
If you would have asked me that like a year or two ago, I would have said I just Google farms.
I used to always Google farms, and now that I know what I'm doing more, I'll probably try not to do that.
Yeah, like the one. So whenever I was first trying to learn redstone, I was learning how to make a was it a automatic sorting system, and
Yep.
I was trying to make it by memory or whatever because I've seen so many of them. I just couldn't figure it out. It had to do with comparators. I had no clue what comparators did.
Yeah.
And so eventually I just had to Google it. I spent like an hour trying to figure it out, and eventually I just had to Google it.
I don't know if I can make one.
If
Not
you,
from memory, but just trying to logic through it, because I know like it's tough. I know the concept of it,
right,
because I've made it multiple times, but I don't know if I could.
right. Say if you want to look at my my thing, I can tell you what happens, but it's
I remember what happens. I
well,
just don't know if I can remember how to make it.
like what the redstone's doing. Like I could try to logically tell you what's happening, but it's like what,
Yeah.
like so. Are you looking right now or?
Yep.
All right, so this block underneath the comparator is actually sending a redstone signal because of the redstone torch down here. And anytime a
Yep.
hopper has a redstone signal attached to it, it stops. And so whatever item you have in here that is being sorted will stay where it's at. And the only way you can get a sorting system to work is if it's a stackable item. It can't just be bows and
Yep.
arrows. And so since that redstone is set up right there, that sends a signal to the comparator. That comparator sends it to the repeater. Now, anytime an item is being filtered through, originally I had melons in here, but it's like, boop, you get the melons out.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, wait, I forgot. So, you need to make sure you get 40. You have to get 41 of any. With the thing if you're trying to filter out, you need to get like 41 of them. Otherwise, and then anything after 41 gets filtered out. So technically, you need more in order to filter. So this top hopper would be where a water stream or wherever goes, and you put the melons in there, and you can see the redstone torch got turned off because the signal got sent through the comparator, which got sent through the redstone repeater, and which then powered the redstone torch off, allowing things to be filtered through. And so when that happens, things just get filtered through the entire system.
It's just cool if someone figured that out.
Yeah, I don't understand how they figured it out because that would have taken me eons and ages.
Oh yeah.
But sugarcane farms should be a little bit easier just for the fact that the only thing I really need to worry about is observers.
Yep.
Which observers
Cactus farms are the easiest.
Right. Observers is pretty easy just for the fact that they only change whenever there's something blocking their way.
Yeah. Or when something. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. They only update whenever something's in their way.
My favorite things to make with redstone were always like redstone doors, like secret redstone doors, or like I like to do the sorting thing, the auto smelting. I'd hook up both of them, so it's like I'd take like a mining trip, and I could just throw in all my stone and all my ores. It would auto smelt and then auto sort.
Mm-hmm.
And then what's the other big thing I made? I liked elevators. I remember I made a homemade elevator one time that I was really proud of.
Mm-hmm.
but then there was an update and it didn't work anymore. But I think I copied, like, I think I got like a basic design off online because I could not have built an elevator by myself. So I definitely got like the design from somewhere off YouTube. But when I built it, so it was a multi-floor elevator, and the video was just how to build a single elevator. But I made it a multi-floor, and you could like press the button, and it would send you to that floor. I was pretty proud of it, but now it's just nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even have the world anymore. I lost all the worlds when I updated.
Right. The one world that I had, my starting over world,
Yeah.
because it got updated to Bedrock Edition whenever I first made that world, it was in the Legacy Edition or the PS4 Edition. Whenever
Yeah.
I got switched over to Bedrock, it actually screwed up my world, and so the end never spawned because the end portal that I had originally got broke because the dungeon never spawned.
Oh,
No matter how many times the Eye of Ender took me to the spot where it was supposed to be, it did not spawn.
weird.
And so, because I technically could not beat the game, that world was impossible for me to beat. I had to create a new world.
Yeah.
And then I accidentally deleted that world, and so I got this one. Alright, I need some redstone. My brain being thick today.
Extra thick. Oh, I also liked making combination locks out of redstone. And you would make them like with item frames. And depending on how the item was oriented, you can make a combination lock, like a 4 combination thing. Those were fun.
Ryan, I think I ran into my first issue.
What's your first issue?
You want to take a look?
Yep. Hold on, let me get back on.
It's hard to explain because it's kind of just funny to show you. Tell me when you're
Let's
ready.
see it.
Alright,
I'm ready.
so every single time this plant grows, it's supposed to send a signal to the observer. The observer sends a redstone signal down here, and then once this redstone powers this block, it should power this piston, which I was right, but I didn't expect this to happen.
It just goes forever.
So,
Well, is that a bad thing? Like, will the sugarcane continue to grow up?
I don't think the sugarcane will, because that piston just never stops and allows it to grow.
So what you gotta do, I would make it a normal piston, not a sticky piston. What I would do is you
Alright.
need to get a way to turn off the power once that's activated.
Yeah. Here,
And you can do that multiple ways. I don't know the most efficient way.
I don't think a T flip-flop would work in this situation. I wonder if it's because of I didn't extend the signal or something. Boom. Will that work? Oh, forgot to set the redstone. Nope. Oh, I'm stupid. That wouldn't work. Welcome to Redstone with Josh.
Redstone 101.
One thing I hate about observers, though, is that they're expensive.
They are expensive.
But luckily with piglins, they're no longer expensive, because now you can get quartz.
All true.
Repeater. Or a comparator. I'm gonna try comparator. I'm trying to think what could disturb the signal. Alright, that doesn't work. Peter? Nah, I think repeater would be the same problem. The repair kind of just stops the whole thing entirely. That's weird.
Oh, that's weird.
Maybe nope, same issue. Crap. Well, I thought this was gonna be easy.
What you could do, it just depends how efficient you want it to be.
I
How
just
fast
need it
is
to work.
redstone? You could use. They still have what are they called? The things that like observe the sky.
Oh, you're talking about the daylight sensors.
Daylight sensors. Yeah, you could have it trigger like once per day, but then it wouldn't do it every time it grows. It would be efficient, but it would get it.
That would actually be better for lag reduction as well.
True. And you wouldn't have to worry about it just being too high. You could do it 3 high.
Mhm.
Then you get 2 at a time, once a day. And if you have like 100 sugarcane right there, it'll give you 200 sugarcane per day.
Mhm.
Depending on how fast it grows.
So there is a way to make this a lawless system. Do you know what that means?
A lawless? No, I don't.
So a lawless system basically means that you're not losing anything in the system. So like sometimes whenever you make a system or a redstone system, sometimes you lose 1 or 2 items, in which it doesn't really typically matter very much, but it's because you're still getting a lot more out of it. A lawless system,
Yeah.
basically in the short terms, is you're not losing anything while the system is working.
Gotcha.
So
Is there such thing as like deserted villages?
they're called zombified villages, because if you find one that's deserted with a bunch of spider webs and stuff on it, it's a zombie village. You'll find tons of zombie villagers in there. Alright. Here, alright, I need to get some slime blocks. I have a secondary design that I wanted to try. It's weird because like some people just spend so much time working with redstone, and I'm over here like trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Here. So I like working with slime blocks because they're very interesting to work with, but the problem that I found is that they stick to things so easily.
Yeah.
And so, like, typically that's a good thing, but whenever you're trying to build a redstone contraption with slime blocks, it's like I'm really scared that it's gonna pull items I don't want it to.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, well, now we can change the tick speed and see if this works, I guess. Let's change it to 10. No, apparently that's too low. I don't want to change it to 100 because I know what's going to happen at 100.
I did 100 when I was growing my stuff.
Alright, let's do 60. Did I just not hit the button or something? Like, what am I doing here? Alright, yeah, let's change it to 100. 1,000, yeah.
Full send.
Full send. Oh, there we go, they're growing now. Oh, the signal's not getting down there far enough. If B... Where's that paper when I need it? If B is stronger or weaker? Gosh dang it. No, that inverts. I don't want it to invert. I think I'm finally getting somewhere. It's not looking pretty. Um, it's not connecting to the pistons for some reason. There's a redstone signal going through, but it doesn't connect to the pistons. Well, I got a secondary idea that I could do. Well, I guess technically this was the secondary. I guess I got a fourth option I could do. Something I didn't want to do, but I guess I can do it.
What's that?
Basically, I have the entire redstone connect to a piston with a redstone block, and it just powers everything. Boom. Nope, back one more. Boom. Now I need a redstone block. Why does redstone have to be a struggle? Why can't it be just easy? If it was easy, everybody can do it. Well, maybe they should make it to where everybody can do it.
Yeah.
Did I just figure it out? Did Shaboy figure it out? Oh wait, I forgot. Slime only can work for so many pistons, can they?
Yep.
Crap. Maybe if I extend the signal, it'll work for all the pistons. Well, I've been wanting to try to do... one thing I want to learn before I really look into redstone
Yeah.
is how to do world edit commands.
Oh yeah.
How many blocks is it for pistons? For slime? I think it's 7, right?
It's either 7 or 8.
6, 7. Let's do that. Yeah, alright, I figured out what I did wrong. Crap.
What did you do wrong?
I had too many slime blocks to one piston. Alright. Alright, I think I have the first issue figured out, at least. Alright, so I can't make it 3 high like I wanted to. I would have gotten like double the crops, but that's fine, I guess. I'll just tear all this down. It's fine though. Now I just gotta figure out how to make a clock. I believe I can just do this. Alright, I think hopefully this design would be easier as well.
Holy cow, I found 3 desert temples.
Oh my goodness, you did not.
I'm not getting anything good in them.
I think the best
Except
thing
for
I ever...
some emeralds. Ooh,
Sad.
some diamonds.
So I think the best thing I ever got from him was just like 3 or 4 diamonds. Ah, when you place the observers in the wrong spot. I forgot that slime puts you in a sticky situation.
Man, I really gotta find my house. I do like having big deserts though, because what I do is I just circle around them. Like I just build a big giant pole so I know where I started, and then I just go all the way around them, and I'll end back up at the pole.
Right.
But the problem is this thing is huge, and I've been inside 3 desert temples, so I don't know where I'm going.
You need a
But
map.
eventually I'll find the pole. I had a map, but it wasn't working, so I got rid of it.
Mm.
I know how they usually work, and like it'll tell you where you're going, but mine was just like it showed me my cursor, but it wasn't showing the land around me.
Right. Alright.
I was like in the middle of the map, so I figured it would show me. But it's no big deal.
Crap, I was hoping I wouldn't have to use a sticky piston. There we go. What? Are the slimes now connected to... Oh, no. I hope that doesn't break it. I really hope that doesn't break it. Alright, so it did action number 1. Now I just gotta figure out how to complete action number 2.
I found a real village. I'm so lost. I found 2 villages and 3 desert temples.
Oh my goodness.
But it doesn't really matter because I have no clue where I'm at.
Alright, so see, this is where I'm gonna run into the issue of I might have to make this a non-lawless system.
Yeah.
Alright, so... in theory, this would work. So, let's break that. Let's put that there. Put that there. See, the one thing I hate about the redstone is just that it seems like it'd be a general rule amongst redstone people for some reason that they don't share the redstone knowledge. Like they'll be like, all right, this connects to this, and then because of this, this works because of this, but they don't really go through and explain how it works
Or why it works.
or why it works.
Yeah, that is annoying.
All right, I think I got a system actually. I think Josh finally did redstone. I don't want to change the tick speed though, otherwise I might break it. I mean, it works.
Does the job.
I'm trying to figure out if it's a lawless system, because I think I might have accidentally made a lawless system. Does it get rid of all the sugarcane, or is it only... Because if this is the design I have to build in order to make sugarcane, I might have to make like 8 pods of this design, because It's so weird. Alright, it's not a lawless system. Oh well. Oh well. But it's close to lawless, because it's like I only lost one sugarcane in that run.
Dang.
I mean, you could say if you know anything about redstone, you can hop on and see if you can help me, but...
That's what I was gonna do, but what I want to find at least where I'm going first. Otherwise, I know next time I log on, I'll be like, where am I?
Right. So
I just need to find my pole.
Alright, well, I guess what I can do now is I can build the exact same thing on the other side now that I know what I'm doing.
Is that another desert temple? There's no way I find 4 in this desert.
It's possible. Anything's possible. It's Minecraft.
True, and this desert is the biggest desert I've ever seen. Oh my goodness, I did. More diamond horse armor.
The one thing I don't like about it is it does one small action that kind of drives me a little bit insane, but at least it works.
True.
Ah, crap, the redstone's too high. I don't think it'll work.
I wish they had... I miss Java where you could fly.
What do you mean?
Like in survival. I guess I don't want to change the difficulty. I just want to find my house.
You can fly in survival, though. You just need electro wings.
Well, yeah. But I mean the old host privileges.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Now you have to switch to creative every single time.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't know, it's good for not to fly. What always happened when I used to play Minecraft was I used to play and I'd be like, alright, I'm gonna do this one quick cheat, but it's not gonna be overpowered cheat, it's just gonna be like a small cheat. And like I do it, then like the next time I do a bigger cheat, and all of a sudden I'm just like, I don't feel like going mining, I'm just gonna give myself a diamond block. And then it's game over by that point.
Yep.
Because once you start cheating, you just lose interest, because you know,
Right.
you don't feel like you've earned what you have.
Alright, yep. Alright. I fixed it to the other side. So, my first problem I had was it wasn't working because I made it too big by accident. I made it too big. And then after that, I was trying to figure out how could I get the redstone to tick speed without it repeatedly doing the whole piston action like I was trying to show you earlier. And so what I figured out was I just put a redstone block connected to a sticky piston, and so it just gets pulled forward and back once, and then the redstone stops. And so, I mean, I lose a couple bits of sugar cane, but I'm gaining a lot more in the process.
Yeah.
And so what I could do then, I could just stick up a glass wall or something in front of it so it just doesn't launch forward so far. Make a water stream, and that should be good. My first redstone that I did by myself. I did a thing.
I think I found a witch's hut. No, what is that? I'm so lost.
I mean, do you have coordinates on?
I don't know what this is. No, that probably would have been a good idea. Could have just taken a screenshot of my coordinates.
That's what I always do. It's just like every single time I find like a spawner or something like that, I save the coordinates and come back later. Yep. Alright, well, that's the design I'm going to go for. There's only one big issue I'm having. I don't have any slimes.
What's that?
This is a good design in theory. Let's just say, for example.
What about honey block?
I mean, I would have to create a honey farm.
True.
Let's just say wood. Just for the fact that wood is an easy resource. Alright, there we go. Replace on both sides. Let's see if this works. I mean, it works. It's not as cool, but it works.
Nice.
Oh, that just broke. Oh, that just broke. Oh, yeah, I kind of need to use slime blocks. That makes me sad. I either need to use slime or honey blocks. That makes me big sad. Yeah, because slime blocks, they attach to one another, and so it's that way whenever one piston can power an entire row of slime. However, if I use wood blocks, I would have to get a lot of pistons to power it. So
Yeah.
I need to figure out a way. I need to go find a swamp basically, and one night just kill a bunch of slimes. No. And I just want to point out, it's almost 11 o'clock. My parents are still not home. If they are, they haven't came to say hi. I'm gonna go check on them. I will be back.
Alrighty.
Those kids are gonna be in so much trouble when they get home. Yeah, I need to figure out how to get a slime farm running. Like, I know how to make slime, how to make a slime farm. It's the problem of finding a slime chunk.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming you know how to somewhat make a slime farm.
Yeah, somewhat. I used to watch a YouTuber who did a couple Minecraft playthroughs, and he would always make like a farm of almost every single mob.
Yeah. I mean, it's very useful in late game whenever you're just trying to build everything.
Yeah, it is.
But it's like I know how to build it on Java. I'm just not sure how good it will run on Bedrock. Alright, I'm gonna break the redstone just that way it doesn't lag out the creative testing world. I mean, I bet you there's a way I can make this more efficient, but I don't know how.
Alright, finally found my way back. I'm Turning on coordinates.
It's weird because I titled the stream resource gathering, and I've spent at least an hour of it just talking to you, and then like 30 minutes just building redstone. I can't wait until they add servers.
I know.
I'll probably do.
Nice.
I'll probably actually start making YouTube videos again whenever they make servers. It's just so hard making like a good, like, for me it's just like I love Minecraft. I love how creative it is. The problem is just that I'm not creative enough to just start building random things on a creative tester world and just showing it on YouTube. And on survival,
Yeah.
it's the same boring stuff every single time. You build something new, you show off what you did off camera, and then you have something planned for the episode. You edit it and then you post it on. It's the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
And so, but with like servers or whatever, it's something different every single time. Oh my goodness, there's a new game mode out for this server or something. I don't know.
Mm-mm.
So it's, I just can't wait for servers to come back out. However, I am struggling right now trying to get emeralds. I love this game, but it's just, there's a lot to complain about in the beginning of it.
Yeah, there is.
Oh well, I got one ender pearl to my name, and I will survive. I heard that you can actually enchant shears now.
Really? What do you put on there? Like, I guess,
Efficiency.
fortune?
Efficiency and unbreaking's the only thing I could think of. But in the enchanting table, it doesn't show up, so I'm not sure if that's like a custom enchant in which you actually have to add like a resource pack or something, or if it's you actually have to get like enchanting books or something. But I feel like you should be able to like put that in the enchanting table if you can put enchanting books on it.
Yeah.
You ever just hear a random minecart noise?
Nope.
I have music turned off, but I still have my sound effects turned on, and so it's just like every once in a while I hear cave noises when I'm above the surface, and then I hear a random minecart.
Weird.
It's supposed to like be cave noises, I guess, and it's just like, no. No, but I do actually have a plan for what I want to do eventually. Because my goal is never to be as efficient as possible. My goal is just to make everything look pretty decent while having some sort of efficiency on it. And so I plan on actually having like an agricultural district. And so it's just like a huge flat land with just miles upon miles of crops.
Can you still make flat worlds?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, there it is. I see it.
So basically, if I'm not careful, I can create a lag central just by the entities of crops.
Lag central.
And all I got is a stone hoe to my name. Ho, ho, ho. I just want to start another raid. I've been waiting for a pillager squad or whatever to come up, and I have yet to find. Whenever I first got into this world, all I found was the pillager squads. Now I'm struggle busting trying to find them. Like, what the heck? I don't know where a pillager outpost is. I guess I can just go off in one direction and look for one. If anything, if I get lost, I'm streaming, and it'll probably go up as a video afterwards, so I'll be able to figure out what my coordinates are. Or I could just die. Everything I have in my inventory is retainable. It's just annoying to retain.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm deciding whether or not to build my mega base on the Mushroom Island or on one of these smaller islands next to everything else. But I finally figured out how big I wanted the thing to be, though. Like, width-wise and
How big
everything.
do you want to make it?
So, the bottom base of it for the main tower, not counting, like, the clock towers or anything like that, but the main tower is going to be 101 blocks in a circle.
Holy cow.
Going all the way up to max height. It's going to be a mega base. The thing is, it sounds like a lot, but I'm not sure in reality it's going to be a huge thing, you know?
Yeah.
Just for the fact that a 64 stack does not... like, you put it in a line, it looks pretty long, but if you put it, like, in a little square, it does not look like a lot. So... I don't know. But I actually had to go online to, like, a website and actually look up, like, a perfect circle on, like, a pixel art graph. So I have the dimensions down, and so I know what I'm doing now, but
Yeah.
it's still gonna be awful to do it. But I never noticed how, like, your gear, whenever you're enchanting it, is, like, affected by the area that you lived in. Because since now I'm in, like, a watery area, my goal is to get, like, respiration and aqua infinity on my helmet. Versus before, I wasn't worried about that.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. I found a savanna. Ooh, nah, nah. You know what my least favorite biome is?
What?
The savanna.
The savannah.
And there's only one reason, and in my opinion, it's the best reason to hate it.
What is that?
Acacia wood.
Acacia wood. You're not wrong.
Worst mob in the game, phantoms. Worst wood in the game, the acacia.
You don't like the phantoms?
I mean, don't get me wrong, they look cool, but they're annoying to deal with.
Oh yeah, they are.
That's why I go to sleep every night.
That's why I go to sleep.
Let's face it, before, there wasn't any punishment for not sleeping. Now there is.
Yeah, true.
Oh, at least if I find a pillager outpost, I can create a raid farm. I now have the means to do it. I found a llama. Do I have hay bales on me still? I do. I could technically tame a llama. Josh, why do you carry hay bales? Well, funny you should ask. It's just an easier way for me to carry bread. Oh, there's an acacia village, apparently. I almost ran right past it. Oh. Alright, well maybe I can loot up here or something. Oh, look at that brewing stand. Mine. Even though I can't use it until I find a, fortress. Nether fortress. Still don't understand how come you guys decided to make your houses out of the worst wood in the game, but, you know.
What can you do?
If they literally asked to get rid of one thing in the game, I'm literally going to vote for Acacia. It's going to happen. Other people say diorite. I actually like diorite. It kind of looks like a plaster for a wall or something. But No,
Yeah.
no, but I'm over here. I'm like, no, get rid of acacia. It looks awful. The orange texture is just the worst thing in my opinion.
Huh. I've never liked it. It's my least favorite wood.
I found only one thing in the game that's good for
What's
medieval
that?
builds.
True, I could see that.
Only because the gray texture on it works really good with wood. I just found melons for the first time in this game. Because I can carry more of them, I'm going to silk touch them. And I found iron as well, but I'm not really worried about that. Yeah, I think the next farm on the list is probably going to be either a raid farm or it's going to be an iron farm. Anson, he wants me to get back on his world so that way I can make an iron farm for him. But
Like an iron golem farm?
yeah. I just tell him to Google it. But there's like a certain way you have to make the iron farm. My original design there was anyway. Because it was like you had to manipulate the leader of the village and stuff like that, and it's just... Come on. Found one! Finally! I'm not sure why they spawned all the way over here, but I found one.
What'd you find?
The second pillager squad that has that banner guy. I've been looking for him forever.
Oh, yeah? So that we could get a raid?
Yeah. I'm trying to get emeralds. I can't do it without a... this is my struggle. I was talking to my grandma earlier, and yeah, she said the weirdest thing to me.
What'd you say?
She said that she's proud that I've actually gotten mature. I got confused and happy at the same time.
Got confused and happy.
It's weird because it's just like I knew, and then she even went on to explain it, like how like whenever I was younger, the only thing I really cared about was video games and stuff. So it's like,
Yeah.
now I'm actually worried about my future and stuff, and it's just like, well, thanks for saying that, but rude.
But rude.
What the heck is that? Oh, it's an underwater monument thing. Or not my underwater, the thing. I don't know what they're called. Underwater ruins, I guess is the best way to put it. Well, that trip wasn't a complete loss. I just want shulker boxes, man. Just give them to me, please.
I know, I love shulker boxes.
Anson was mad. He was like, I can't put shulker boxes inside shulker boxes anymore. What the heck? I'm like, Anson, that was never in the game. That'd be a bit overpowered.
That would.
You know, I'm about 400 blocks away from my base, you know. What they need to add, nitrous on boats to go faster.
That would be awesome.
Nah, I wish that you could actually like go faster though if a dolphin is swimming with you. You can if you're swimming, I guess, but what I mean is like I kind of wish that the boat would go faster if a dolphin was swimming with it.
Yeah.
But whenever I was down at Gulf Shores, I found this out. Whenever you're in a boat or whatever, a dolphin will follow the boat.
Mm-hmm.
In real life, they did the same thing too.
Really?
hmm Like we had one dolphin swimming at the very front of the boat as the boat was going max speed or whatever, and the dolphin was keeping up with us.
That's awesome.
Found the coral reef. I just gotta find the uh, the island. I didn't fill in the island underneath it, so I'm afraid that if I spawn a raid here, then they're all gonna be underneath the island.
Yeah.
But that's the risk I have to take. I also heard that apparently you can tame the big bull, the Ravengers, or whatever, with cake.
Really?
That's what I was told. I'm not sure if that's true.
Huh.
Yeah, I thought about building my mega base like right in the middle of the coral reef. Just that way I have that natural underwater landscape.
Yeah.
And then the other part of me was like, I don't know about that. There we go. Raid has been started. How's it feel not being able to get to the stinking villagers, huh? That is loud. That sinking raid sound, the ba-da ba-da.
Yep.
So loud. I'm just trying to get mending for my pickaxe, man. Look at that, an Enderman's here. Should I go ahead and kill it?
Do it.
Full send? Got it. Why does it have to be so loud? Found him, finally. There it goes, he's dead. I'm gonna have to turn down my game sounds just because it's just so loud.
What kind of raid do you have right now?
What do you mean? What kind of raid? It's a pillager raid. I mean, like, what wave am I on?
Yeah.
I'm on this second wave. I'm on the hard. There's like 7. I really need to get impaling on my trident.
Is there any way I could join you?
I have multiplayer turned off, but I can turn it on. Well, I had a problem with like people just randomly
Should turn it
joining.
on.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I can do that. Alright, I wonder if the raid will be active. It's like, it's weird because I have to leave the world, turn on multiplayer, and come back on. Clay just messaged me saying, "Haha, you're cool, Dad."
Cool dad or cool dead?
Dad, like DAD. I wonder if.
I wonder if he's watching your live stream.
Alright, multiplayer.
Caleb's watching your live stream.
Oh, he is. It's like I haven't got like a chat or anything yet, so it's like.
Caleb, start typing in the chat.
It's like I haven't got. All right. So it's weird because like I have to go on my phone and like open up the chat, and it's just like.
Does it not read you the messages anymore?
No, it's supposed to, but it's I have yet. See, currently on my phone it tells me I have no one watching and I have no comments. Oh crap! No, there's a Ravager. Alright, the world should be available now.
I'm joining.
Alright. You might lag a lot because of, 1, I'm live streaming, and 2, it's on a hotspot, so be wary of that. Why is that so loud?
Tell him he is adopted.
Hey, Ryan, you're adopted.
Am I? By who?
I don't know. Yep, Caleb's here.
Caleb's here.
Yeah,
Caleb has joined the chat.
Hi, Josh.
Hey, Caleb.
Hi, Josh.
Josh. Hi, Caleb. How are you?
Hi, Daddy.
Don't.
Hi, Josh.
No. I just hear in my ear, "Hi, Josh. Josh, hi. Hi, Josh. Hi, Daddy." I'm like, what? No. Yes, I actually got the book enchanting book I wanted.
Play you reggae.
Oh my gosh. You two in the chat. Either this is...
Who else is in the chat?
It's Clay and Caleb, and...
Clay should just join in the chat.
1 minute I hear, "Hi, Josh," and then the next minute I hear, "Hi, Daddy," and then I hear, "Clay, you're gay," and I'm like, oh, great.
The snowball.
Caleb.
turn that down. That is way too loud. That is so loud. Audio. Sound. We're turning that down to like 15. There we go. They're bickering in the chat.
They're fighting.
Like, I didn't realize that harassment was still a thing in their group.
No you.
So you couldn't join or anything, Ryan?
I'm trying. It's just generating world.
Say again, I'm on a hotspot, and I'm streaming, so it's just like it's ridiculously hard to join.
Yeah, no, you're good. I'm just sitting here. I'm gonna get going soon.
Yeah. I feel like as soon as I get mending on my pick, I might have to call it. I'm not sure though.
You still don't have mending on your pick?
I've been trying to get that. I was more worried about like my trident and my axe that has loyalty 3 and smite 3.
Yeah. Why don't you just farm a villager for it?
Say what? Farm what?
Farm the villager for it.
What with my paper up my paper thing?
Like, I mean, you can take a villager, make it a librarian, and then see if it has a mending book. And if not, destroy the thing, put it back down, and you just repeat that until you get a mending book.
That's why I'm trying to get emerald so I can do that.
Oh,
that's what.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I had to get like.
Why mom doesn't he love you?
Oh my gosh, you too. Ryan, you almost have to join the chat.
I'm in the chat. I see him.
You know what? I appreciate the friends. I'm maxed out on arrows already? Shoot. And I have infinity on my bow.
Do you like guacamole?
No, Ryan, I do not like guacamole. Oh, there you are. Yep, you have the totem for me.
You want to build a bunk bed?
Caleb, first of all, it's not a sword, it's a trident, and they're supposed to be long.
Caleb wants to build a bunk bed.
What is this? What, Step Brothers or whatever?
That's what my quote was. Do you like guacamole?
Oh.
That's what I was guessing Caleb was saying when he says, "This is why mom doesn't love you." Maybe think of Step Brothers.
See,
I don't even know if it's Step Brothers quote. It just sounds like it is.
I've never seen the show, so I couldn't tell you.
I think it's somewhat similar to a quote. I've seen it one time. It's pretty good. Caleb really likes it.
I've never had to deal with a hex before, and they look so awful.
Oh, they're terrible. Except for those always remind me of like when Napoleon Dynamite.
You can max
With a
out
lot of
on my arrow.
language. It's just one of those movies that doesn't really make much sense, but you watch it and it's funny.
Yeah. You can Caleb, I know what you're trying to go for, and so I'm going to reply it the best way possible. No.
You can max out on my arrow.
No. Where's Jess when I need her?
What does that mean?
Where's Jess when I need her?
I don't understand why you need Jess in this context.
You know what? If I'm her spirit animal, I might need her help, okay?
Holy cow, we've been going for 2 hours.
Wait, what, really?
At least your live stream's been going for 2 hours.
I mean, when you joined so we've been doing this for 2 hours.
Holy cow.
Like, when you joined, the stream basically had started, so yeah, we were 2 hours. Holy cow. And I just got a sharp 5 sword from one of these pillagers. Or not sharp 5, sorry, short 2. That's just normal. Go away, Spire. Yeah. Drishman left the game.
Did it say I was in your game?
It didn't say you joined, it just says that you left every single time.
Oh.
So.
I was like, dang it, was it really that close to joining? I just kept waiting, and then I just restarted. I'll be on for about 2 more minutes, though.
Yeah, it's like, I feel bad, because it's like you're trying to join, but you can't. It's like, ugh.
Oh, it's no big deal.
Yep. How did I die? You kidding me? I have, like, blast protection, I have protection, and yet I have 3 hearts left, and an Illager actually does 3 hearts of damage with that protection.
They hit pretty hard.
I didn't even expect them to hit that hard.
Alright, I'm gonna hop off.
Alright.
But it's good talking with you. If you don't hop off, I'm just gonna continue to watch your stream, but I'm gonna get going to bed here.
Say probably after the raid's over.
Gotcha. No, you're good. But I will watch your Alien Isolation stream if you do end up streaming tomorrow night.
That's definitely happening tomorrow night.
I may even just get in a call with you. We gotta get Clay playing too. He's gotta catch up.
Yep.
But it's good talking with you. Have a good night.
I'll try. It's gonna be hard now that you're gone.
Aw. Hear that, Caleb? That was at me, not you. Alright, see ya.
So his arrow was just too big for me to handle. But, yeah. Go away. No one likes you. Then again, a lot of people can say that about me, so. Caleb, what?
You
No.
suck, nerd.
Yep. 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 Yes, I do. And I will own up to it till the day I die. I have my audio turned down so low, and yet that is still so. And yet that is still so loud. No one likes you. Get out of here. Thank you. However, these look shiny. Prop 2, I'll take those. Oh, here at the village. Thank goodness. I thought that was going to take forever. First things first. Mending book. Mending. Alright. Now, hopefully, it doesn't cost me more than 10 levels to get this enchanted. Hopefully. Now, better question. Where's my boat? There it is. Yeah, but Caleb and Clay, if you're still in the chat, how you guys been? It's been a while since I actually got to see you guys, so... Well, I guess more or less Caleb than Clay, but... Finally, some mending on a good pick. All right. Well, I got what I wanted to accomplish, and I got work severely early in the morning. So, thank you guys for joining and talking, even though you were harassing with each other for a while. So, good night, guys. I'll see you hopefully soon in real life, not just in this trapped world of the internet. Later.